still in charge. I don't have time.
Arathor and the Troll Wars, the Grand Human Kingdom. As the High Elves fought for their lives against the Trolls' fierce onslaught, the scattered nomadic humans of Lordaeron fought to consolidate their own tribal lands. The tribes of early humanity raided each other's settlements with little heed for racial unification or honor. Yet one tribe, known as the Arathi, saw that the Trolls were becoming too great a threat to ignore. The Arathi wished to bring all of the tribes under its rule so that they could provide a unified front against the Troll warbands. Over the course of 6 years, the cunning Arathi outmaneuvered and outfought the rival tribes. After every victory, the Arathi offered peace and equality to the conquered people. Thus, they won the loyalty of those they had beaten. Eventually, the Arathi tribe came to include many disparate tribes, and the ranks of its army grew vast. confident that they could hold their own against the troll warbands or even the reclusive elves if need be. The Arathi warlords decided to construct a mighty fortress city in the southern regions of Lordaeron. The city-state, named Strom, became the capital of the Arathi nation, Arathor. As Arathor prospered, humans from all over the vast continent traveled south to the protection and safety of Strom. United under one banner, the human tribes developed a strong, optimistic culture. Thoradin, the king of Arathor, knew that the mysterious elves in the Northlands were under constant siege by the trolls, but refused to risk the safety of his people in defense of reclusive strangers. Many months passed as rumors of the elves' supposed defeat trickled down from the north. It was only when wary ambassadors from Quel'Thalas reached Strom that Thoradin realized how great the troll threat truly was. The elves informed Thoradin that the troll armies were vast, and that once the trolls had destroyed Quel'Thalas, they would move on to attack the Southlands. The desperate elves, in dire need of military aid, hastily agreed to teach certain select humans to wield magic in exchange for their help against the warbands. Thoradin, distrustful of any magic, agreed to aid the elves out of necessity. Almost immediately, elven sorcerers arrived in Arathor and began to instruct a group of humans in the ways of magic. The elves found that although humans were innately clumsy in their handling of magic, they possessed a stark natural affinity for it. 100 men were taught the very basics of elves' magical secrets, no more than was absolutely necessary to combat the trolls. Convinced that their human students were ready to aid in the struggle, the elves left Strom and traveled north alongside the mighty armies of King Thoradin. The united elf and human armies clashed against the overwhelming troll warbands at the foot of the Alterac Mountains. The battle lasted for many days, but the unflagging armies of Arathor never tired or gave an inch of ground before the troll onslaught. The elven lords deemed that the time had come to release the powers of their magic upon the enemy. The 100 human magi and a multitude of elven sorcerers called down the fury of the heavens and set the troll armies ablaze. The elemental fires prevented the trolls from regenerating their wounds and burned their tortured forms from the inside out. As the troll armies broke and attempted to flee, Thoradin's armies rallied down and slaughtered every last one of their soldiers. The trolls would never fully recover from their defeat, and history would never see the trolls rise as one nation again. Assured that Quel'Thalas was saved from destruction, the elves made a pledge of loyalty and friendship to the nation of Arathor and to the bloodline of its king Thoradin. Humans and elves would nurture peaceful relations for ages to come.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Hey, Azerothians. Zappo here. Buzzing in with some sizzling news. So I caught the wind of this whole shaman extravaganza at Molten Core. Can you imagine? Waves of water, torrents of wind, the whole of fiesta. Figured I'd set up a booth selling guaranteed Ragnaros-resistant raincoats. But guess what? They all wanted my magma mud packs for their after-raid spa treatment. Talk about glowing reviews.
out of range. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready.
Aftermath of the Second War, remaining ashes. The devastating Second War against the Orcish Horde left the alliance of Lordaeron in a state of shock and disarray. The bloodthirsty Orcs, led by the mighty war chief, Orgrim Doomhammer, not only smashed the dwarf-fed lands of Khazad-dûm, but razed many of Lordaeron's central provinces
That's
as
still
well.
recharging.
The unrelenting Orcs even succeeded in ravaging the Elves' remote kingdom of Quel'Tha Loss before their rampage was finally stopped. The Alliance armies led by Sir Anduin Lothar, Uther the Lightbringer, and Admiral Dalen Proudmoore pushed the Orcs south into the shattered land of Azeroth, the first kingdom to fall before the Orcs' ruthless onslaught. The Alliance forces under Sir Lothar managed to push Doomhammer's clans out of Lordaeron and back into the Orc-controlled lands of Azeroth. Lothar's forces surrounded the Orcs' volcanic citadel of Blackrock Spire and laid siege to their defences. In a last-ditch effort, Doomhammer and his lieutenants staged a daring charge from the spire and clashed with Lothar's paladins in the centre of the burning steps. Doomhammer and Lothar squared off in a titanic battle and left both mighty combatants battered and drained. Though Doomhammer narrowly succeeded in vanquishing Lothar, the great hero's death did not have the effect of War Chief had known before. Turlon, Lothar's most trusted lieutenant, took up Lothar's bloodstained shield and rallied his grief-stricken brethren for a vicious counterattack. Under the ragged standards of both Lordaeron and Azeroth, Turlon's troops slaughtered the bulk of Doomhammer's remaining forces in a glorious but terrible rout. There was nothing left for the ravaged, scattered Orc survivors but to flee to the last standing bastion of Orcish power, the Dark Portal. Turlon and his warriors chased the remaining Orcs through the festering swamp of sorrows and into the corrupted, blasted lands where the Dark Portal stood. There, at the foot of the colossal portal, the broken Horde and the ragged Alliance clashed in what would be the last, bloodiest battle of the Second War. Outnumbered and driven mad by the curse of their bloodlust, the Orcs inevitably fell before the wrath of the Alliance. Doomhammer was taken prisoner and escorted to Lordaeron, while his broken clans were rounded up and hauled north, back to Lordaeron.
Hear me! Warsaw Gulch awaits us. We need to get closer. Show the true strength of the Horde. Ashenvale ain't just a forest. It's the key to fueling our war efforts across Azeroth. And it shall be ours. Glory and spirit is waiting for us. The Night Elves and their puny alliance think they can stand against us? Ha! We'll crush them with the might of our axes and the fury of our hearts. Join the battle of Warsaw Gulch. It's time for fighting, for taking what's ours. We'll fight, we'll conquer, and we'll keep the flames of war burning. For the Horde, for victory, Loktarogar!
That spell isn't ready. I
War of the Spider. Unearthing horrors. While Thrall is liberating his brethren in Lordaeron, Ner'zhul continued to build up his power base in Northrend. A great citadel was erected above the Ice-Crown Glacier and manned by the growing legions of the dead. Yet, as the Lich King extended his influence over the land, one shadowy empire stood against his power. The ancient subterranean kingdom of Ajor, which had been founded by a race of